Hi there. Thank you for joining me here. Namaste from Sanku village in Nepal. I've just taken the last 45 minutes to have a look around and see the condition of this village where I visited several times in May. And we've had a very interesting day. We experienced an earthquake here, a 5 on the Richter scale, and apparently it was centered in the Sindhupalchok district. And I experienced that when I was in Bhaktapur a couple of hours ago, and it was a bit of a scary situation. We were in Potter Square. At least we were out in the open when it happened, but I saw a lot of people running for the square and coming to me and saying, there's an earthquake, look, and you could see things shaking in the village. So a little bit scary, not as scary as my friend Derek Cowan, who's up in Sindhupalchok right now raising money for one of the villages up there. And he had a real scare because that's where the center of the village was. And I think some of the news reports we heard, there might have been a couple of houses that fell. I don't know about that village that he's in, but possibly in another village in Sindhupalchok district. But we're going to take a walk around here right now and show you a little bit of the village. Definitely the mood has changed since I was here in May. It's definitely more back to everyday life. And you're absolutely right. People could use a break here. The fuel crisis has really hindered a lot of business, a lot of people just doing everyday things like cooking. It's hard to get cooking fuel. Of course, it's very hard to get fuel for vehicles. So it's very challenging right now for the Nepali people. But I'm going to just put the screen back and start walking a little bit through the village and show you the condition. And I don't know if you happen to catch my periscopes from here in May, you probably notice that definitely things are different than when I was broadcasting here from May. And I do apologize. Thank you so much for the comments and the shares, and I do apologize if I can't see all of the comments. I've got the sun glaring at me, and I'm also dealing with a phone that's got a shattered screen on it right now, so it's just making it a little bit hard, but I do appreciate the shares, and you can share this broadcast by swiping the screen left to right on iOS or up and down on Android, or just tapping the number and sharing that way. And there's, in this village, Sanku village is a very important village. It was actually part of the original salt trade route, so people would come down from here, from towards this way, which is Sindhupalchok, which is where the center of the earthquake was today, and actually would come down from Tibet through Sindhupalchok, would stop in Sanku village on the way, and then would also stop in Bodhanath, the Tibetan village, where the giant stupa is, and rest there as they made their way to India. So it's a very historic place. It's a traditional Newari village, so there's lots of beautiful Newari architecture here, and much of it was damaged during the earthquakes. And you're right, the community spirit is great here. I met a businessman from Sanku village when I was here that was spending his own money to build temporary shelters to help the villagers, and that's what they do here. They take care of each other. And what you're looking at right now is a traditional or old-style Newari home that's basically been converted to one story. It used to be 2 or 3 stories, and they've taken some sheet metal and put it on top and made a roof out of it. And this will probably be just a temporary housing for now, but they've just kind of made use with what they've been able to salvage here as far as the buildings go. And hi there. Hi, thanks for joining me. And I'm sorry if I can't acknowledge you or see all of your comments, but please feel free to give a shout out where you are so everybody can see where everybody's watching from today. And then you'll see lots of this pile of rubble here everywhere. And but the village has cleaned up quite a bit since I was here. They've had a lot of help, and they've actually cleaned up quite a bit of it since I was here. Hello, Tennessee. And things, life is going on here. People are definitely their spirits are a lot better than they were months ago for obvious reasons. And people are, getting back to regular life here and enjoying the good things in life. And but there's lots of, as you can see, there's lots of things that need to be done in this village. And most of the homes were either damaged or destroyed here. And I think when I was here before, the count I had of fatalities was over 100. I met some people who lost family members, who lost sons, brothers, and sisters here. And it's very tragic, but the Nepali people are very resilient and are able to handle adversity maybe much better than other cultures or societies. And you can see, again, more of the piles of houses or or places that were once houses are now piles of rubble. But some of the shrines and the altars here are still in place. And here's another home, as you can see, that it looks like it's would have to be teared down. And you can see more of the village from this perspective as well. And there's buildings standing, but many, as you can see, are damaged or have been destroyed. Yeah, we're having a bit of an issue. Thank you for sharing that, but we have been trying to share. It's just hard for both of us to coordinate who's got a signal. Derek's signal's very weak up there right now, so it's very hard for us to be on each other's scopes, but we do appreciate you thinking that. But we have been trying to do that. We have done it, but very limited right now, and because of where he is and where I am, I don't always get a strong signal, and he doesn't always get a strong signal. So it's very hard to coordinate us at the same time or when we can. We just do it when we can. So. And here's more of the village here. So. And of course, it's harvest time, and this lady appears to be harvesting or processing some corn, and rice has been processing right now in a lot of the villages, and I think millet is almost ready to be harvested as well. So it's a very important time of the year. But as I said before, things seem to be getting back to normal somewhat. I don't know of any avalanches. It's still fairly new for any reports of anything. The only report that we heard was possibly a couple of houses fell in Sindapalchak, which is the center of the earthquake zone, which is actually, I'm very close to that district right now, here in Sanku. And you can see more of the village here and the villagers. So I'm going to sign off from Sanku Village. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate you following me here. And I will be back with more from Nepal. John Sabot, Far East Adventure Travel. Namaste.